he does sort of watch this back and see all the hands, he's going to say, hey, you know what? My God, I really played well.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a little relieved to see this on TV.
Raised 3,000 total. Four.
There's a pair.
Check.
Yeah, and Tom even flopped a worse pair.
5,000.
He'll probably find a way to win by the river, though.
Four.
Checking and calling, but so many cards. Durrrr is going to be done with this pot on the turn.
I would think so. That, not necessarily one of them.
Check.
I don't know if Sammy has checked this for pot control, but it's going to look
10,000.
going to make him max value here, right?
I think so.
One of those hearts.
Even there, Tom sort of found a way not to lose the maximum.
Sort of.
3.
Raised to 3,000 total. Four.
Really big bunch of them. It has been a slog.
Yeah, that is a long day of live poker.
Because typically, you know, when you play a multi-table tournament, you might not even play 200 hands in a 10-hour day or so.
Yeah. Yeah, you very well might not.
5,000. Pass.
Generally about 20 to 25 hands an hour is the standard for a 9-handed tournament.
Sort of the reason why all these internet players keep saying they hate live poker. It's boring, they say.
Yeah, I mean, compared to 12 tabling the Sundays online or whatever their metric of comparison is, you're playing
Raised 3,000 total.
really tiny fraction of the number of hands you're used to.
Raise from Durrrr, call from Sammy, 6K in the middle.
Sammy has flopped a pair, but Durrrr has 2 overs and a pretty solid flush draw. And there comes one of those overs.
God.
Check.
It's like he's calling for the card. It just slides in there.
Yeah, how does he fail to bet it on the flop if he's guaranteed to get there on the turn?
Although to be fair, like we
Sammy
can see,
makes another pretty big,
Yeah.
pretty impressive fold. Tom had a strong enough hand there that even if Sammy does lead out for a full pot on the flop, Tom's not going anywhere.
right.
Pass.
Another ace. You can kind of feel the tension in the room.
Yeah.
Guys kind of looking everywhere but at each other.
Yeah, a weird sort of mood has set in.
I know,
Raised 3,000 total.
you know, no matter what happens here, they're both going to have a night to sleep, and Sammy's they're going to be best of friends in the morning. They're not best of friends now, but it's feeling very. It's feeling very much like Durrrr can't miss a flop. My God,
Yeah.
look at this. It's brutal.
13,000. Four.
I mean, this is about the point where if you're on the internet, someone will be typing furiously in the chat box, it's rigged.
Yeah.
Check. Check.
48K in here. Sammy's got outs. Come on.
Got there.
And,
9.
right, not a river card you want to bet if you're Sammy.
No, I don't think so. It seems pretty hard for him to get called by worse there.
small cookies, but every step, a step back.
We both weren't comfortable with that last card. It's true.
Welcome back. Durrrr versus Sammy in the Full Tilt Poker Durrrr $1 Million Challenge.
3,000 total.
Right now, mostly Durrrr. Isaac.
Yeah, it's been a rough day for Sammy.
And as a poker player, what do you do on those rough days? You just go to bed, or?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe have a drink or four and try and get it out of your head.
Tomorrow's always another day. You just got to make it till tomorrow, don't you?
Absolutely.
Still have something left. And Sammy right now, he knew.
I'm getting cramp on this.
He knew coming in here, you know, this was going to be a possibility. I mean, and at the end of the day, this is a very, you know, over 500 hands, there's going to be swings like this. Someone is going to get down this much.
This is getting into the territory of being down a lot for 500 hands, but he had to know going in that this was a possibility.
What are your sort of, what do you tell yourself? When do you quit? When is it time to quit?
For me, it's really more about
3,000 total.
how do I feel I'm playing as opposed to how much am I down. I've kept playing after losing 15 buy-ins before, and I've quit up because I thought I was getting distracted.
You have to sort of detach yourself emotionally. Oh, look at this, 2 pair here.
5,000. Pass.
And Sammy flopped a pretty big hand there to put no money in.
He's managing to get away from some incredible spots.
Yeah.
Looking at the stats, anything change?
Man, no. All the numbers other than the chip stacks seem to be holding pretty steady.
3,000.
So 3,000 back.
Tom opening dark.
She said
I
not
like you
as
see a flop,
not
which
as
is bad.
loose a play as it seems,
Should have raised
because
that
No.
blind. Should I raise
I
it?
mean, even when he looks, he's playing 85% of his hands or so.
king high.
Check. 5,000. Cool.
And Sammy may have a piece of this. Hello.
More than a little. Tom picks up a flush draw. That seems like a card he's very likely to fire again on.
13,000.
And
This.
he quickly does.
Now, for many reasons, besides the ones we can see, would that have been a good spot for him to raise?
I think that giving Tom the opportunity to fire a third barrel as a bluff here is pretty good. And if he does raise, he'll get it in against some worse hands. He'll get it in against some pair and a club hands, some 2-pair hands. But I really don't think he's in awesome shape against the range that puts the stack in on the turn if he does raise once the third club gets there.
So actually a pretty gutsy check call on the turn, but this a very, very unlucky turn of events.
Yeah, Tom has run the flush
27,000.
and is making quite a thin value bet here, actually. I think that he will not be best all that large a percentage at the time that he's called, though this time he looks like a
how is-
genius.
You can just get there.
Yeah. I mean, in the scheme of things, that was a real
threes.
killer.
Yeah, he's going to run into the ace of clubs and the king of clubs an awful lot there. Maybe he got some sort of physical read off of Sammy.
How'd you get there? Oh.
But yeah, that's brutal.
Set of
Sammy
threes,
flops bottom
and
set.
Jack deuce with
And
the jack of clubs in the end. Club, 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 club.
runners. Sammy's flopped another good hand here.
Check.
And he has checked behind with his trips, it looks like.
Check. 5,000.
Little old 8 of hearts for Durrrr, and I guess some showdown value in the ace in his mind.
Certainly, yeah. With Sammy checking back flop, I mean...
Oh, God! This is
Wow.
not fair!
Wow.
10,000.
Why doesn't fate like you anymore, Sammy? And this bet, I mean, partially you're thinking a little frustrating
Sick.
right now
Six
because
and a five.
it's hard to get called by a hand you beat.
Yeah. And Sammy seemed unhappy about it as soon as he was called.
50, crazy.
He couldn't possibly have been bluffing.
How are
but
you getting there, dude?
Yeah. I think part of the reason he bet that is because he just can't believe you can lose that hand, isn't it? You know
maybe
that.
so, yeah.
You're running so good, bro. You're running so good.
That's what I know. It's been pretty sick.
Do you know what I mean? What can I do? There's nothing I can do. 3 sixes and the 8. Oh my God. All in.
Raise 3,000, re-raise, all in.
How much?
Okay. Gonna take 3 first. 2 back, 6 in the...
So,
And he's just jammed for 97-ish, 96.5 over Tom's open to 3,000.
500 more.
Tom is thinking pretty seriously about calling him with 4s here.
now why
I don't
would you,
think
why
he's gonna
wouldn't
do
you?
that.
No.
The reason you would is if you thought that Sammy was going to show up with pocket 2s or pocket 3s a lot of the time, possibly.
Check.
Good job.
Call.
And that frustrated, you know, you know, we've just seen it happen. A man can only take so much.
Now I need a sucker.
Yeah.
Come on.
Everybody's
Yeah.
got their line in the sand.
And
Oh, club.
this was pretty clearly Sammy's.
Big pot.
Yeah?
It was a big raise.
Oh yeah, he just jammed 96 over 5. There's not much justifying that play. I mean, Sammy's just frustrated.
No, that's not good a hit. See you all day.
That frustration, there's plenty justifying that, but the play itself is pretty ugly.
Well done, buddy. Don't look so upset.
I'm not upset.
You got a million in front of you.
There's not many people that I play poker against that I actually like, and you're one of them. And
Oh, did you hear that?
I don't feel okay playing you when I think you're really tilted.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair enough. But why are you all like rolling your eyes and stuff?
I'm happy, obviously. I ran good. I mean, I got really, really lucky. And,
Huh?
I don't know. I said I got really lucky, so.
And this is the end result.
Tom up 750,000 today. A very impressive showing by Durrrr, and up until those last few moments of frustration, a very impressive showing by Sammy as well.
The game was in his favor. He was hitting a lot of cards, you know, and he was rivering a lot of cards as well. But look, I respect Tom Dwan. I will always respect Tom Dwan, and I'm going to play him again.
When he had second best hands, and in just about every case there wasn't much he could do, and then right at the end he was justifiably pretty tilted and made a not too justifiable play.
Oh, we're down $750,000 and about 400 sterling, but you know.
I won 750,000 today, so that's a pretty good win. I'm pretty happy with it.
Alexander the Great had conquered half of the known world at the age of 24. Tom Dwan is but 23.